teams could start winning again, especially in terms of the Red Wings. I know there were some who were saying, Will, that they were saddened that this 25-year streak of making the playoffs came to an end in that final season of the Joe, and yet you say it was actually fitting. How so?
Yeah, a lot of the people I talked to when I was there on Sunday, they almost appreciated that this was that they didn't make the playoffs this year. Obviously, you always want your team to win, but this is a team that had gotten a little bit older, and there was this sense that this streak was almost holding them back. They were trying too hard just to finish seventh or eighth in the conference, just to hang in, and they really kind of needed a little bit of a rebuild, and also just in a practical sense, as you know, any Cardinals fan can tell you from the old Busch Stadium, you don't when you make the playoffs, you don't know when the last game's going to be. And I remember Roy Oswald, they called him the bulldozer because he actually knocked down Busch Stadium the last game in 2005. A lot of fans told me they were very appreciative that if they weren't going to make the playoffs, this would be the year to do it. So they would have that last day of the season to really come by and have really a big ceremony to say goodbye. I always think of even worse than Busch Stadium was Shea Stadium. The last day of Shea Stadium, everybody at Shea Stadium, they were just trying to make the playoffs. They had this big collapse and just trying to make it. So then when they lost the last game of the year, they had this deeply sad and kind of weird ceremony to say goodbye to Shea Stadium when everyone's just angry about the fact they didn't make the playoffs. I think a lot of Red Wings fans said that they were upset their team didn't do better, but they really got to have this thing. They had a big hour-long ceremony afterwards. Steve Yzerman was there. Everybody threw all the octopuses onto the ice. They all got to have their big moment. It's very weird, the octopus thing. Still don't quite
Right.
understand it, but they got to have that big moment where they said goodbye without having to wonder, is there going to be another game tomorrow? They kind of got closure in that way.